Well, he was the first man to amass a double-digit winning streak in the shark-infested lightweight waters in the UFC. The former interim champion, El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson, back on the proven ground here tonight.
Tony Ferguson was able to navigate the toughest division in the UFC. He's one of the most diverse, nasty strikers the UFC has ever seen. And you couple that with that college wrestling background. Every time you step foot in the octagon with Ferguson, you know you have your hands full. One of the most exciting fighters the UFC has ever seen.
He is an 8-point striker, outstanding submission game, has a lot of good chokes in his arsenal. He'll lean on that Darce choke, has a pretty good triangle as well.
Watch that low single.
I'm telling you, Tony Ferguson ready to prove yet again that he is one of, if not the best lightweight on planet Earth. Well, you hear the pop from the crowd, DC, as Nate Diaz gets set to make this walk here tonight. You never know when is going to be the last time we see this guy compete, but there's a lot to like when we see Nate Diaz in the octagon.
Nate Diaz is a savage, a guy that just epitomizes fighter. From the attitude, the walk, the music, everything tells you that when Nate Diaz shows up, you're getting ready to watch a fight. A fantastic striker and a great jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is just a well-rounded fighter and one of the biggest stars in the UFC.
We've seen the Stockton slap before. I'll set the total.
It's just so disrespectful.
Over under 1.5.
So
you think he throws it tonight?
It's just so disrespectful, but it's so Nate Diaz.
All right, we'll see if he invokes this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter holding a professional record of 26 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Orange County, California, Tony El Cucuy Ferguson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 21 wins, 13 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, ladies and gentlemen, an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz!
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
Ready. Ready.
All right, here we go, UFC lightweight division. Round 1 is here. Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson. A lot of different challenges when you're facing a guy like El Cucuy, I would think.
Yes, because he's so diverse. You never know if Tony Ferguson is going to hit you with the low single, with the over elbow, spinning attacks. He's got great submission skills. There's so many things that Ferguson can do. You can never truly prepare for him.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Good series of kicks by him there, DC. He has certainly found his range on the feet.
I mean, when you don't check, you're going to continue to get blasted with kicks. His opponent has not deterred him from keeping on throwing those kicks.
Diaz is circling now towards the left. Nice strike to the midsection, glances.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up? Oh!
They continue to exchange. Right hand upstairs.
He loaded up there on that high kick.
Under 3 minutes now to go in what has been a very fast-paced opening round here. Well, got the kicking game going tonight. Lands another one there.
A beautiful kick, and all I can think of, better him than me.
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for El Cucuy Tony Ferguson.
Nice looping punch.
Punch coming, it's blocked.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Well, a lot of people think he might have the best jab in this division, certainly using it effectively here.
I mean, one of the best jabs in the world across all combat sports. The way that it just comes out, it's beautiful. The backside hand is always at the chin. The elbows tucked to the ribs. The jab goes out. The jab comes right back to the face. It's picture-perfect technique, almost like a Taibo clash or something like that. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active.
Big, powerful punch land. Now he gets back to range.
Here's the kick, blocked by Diaz. 45 seconds to go here in round one.
You take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
Nice kick there by Diaz. Final seconds of round one. Big power shot there. The horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in there.
And it's not always gonna be. When you have two very talented fighters, sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one.
Let's go. Get off first for me.
Just misses there with the left.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Well, he has landed some good shots, DC, but really unable to string anything together in terms of solid combinations.
It's because he's not committing to it fully. He throws his jab. He may float a right hand out there, but he's not really sitting down on the right hand. He really doesn't seem to have the intent on landing it. He's got to be confident that it's going to land, and he's got to really throw his whole entire body into those strikes.
So 57 total strikes have now landed for Tony Ferguson. And the connection rate pretty good, 44% accuracy tonight against Nate Diaz. All right, so another swing and a miss, and I'd imagine if your gas tank is this low, you gotta find times to try to preserve that energy and get yourself back to a place where you can actually dole out some damage.
Yeah, you gotta get out to space, find places to rest and recover. Get against the octagon, go to the clinch, find ways to just recover so that when you have that next explosion, it actually has some meaning to it.
Oh, trying to turn out the lights with that roundhouse kick, but just misses.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace.
Yeah, he's hurt really bad.
He's got him hurt here. Beats a big knee.
Punch over the top.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. And both guys really throwing with authority. Well, eventually you know he's going to turn this defense into offense, but he's certainly doing a nice job on the defensive end this far.
They talk about the feeling out process. He's getting his opponent's timing. Now he's blocking everything. Expect counters as we go forward.
Nice connection there by Tony Ferguson. You're probably glad you never had to prepare for a fighter like this in your day.
I've never seen anything like that, and I'm not sure there's anyone like that going up in the weights. Tony Ferguson does not give you any idea of what you're facing. Oh!
Oh, look at that. He leapt up and landed the diving punch to the head. Ferguson's got to do it. I'm not sure if that's the way he drew it up, but a huge result for him here tonight as he gets the win by way of knockout. And that's about as good a one-strike finish as we've seen here in the UFC in recent memory. I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming. So a big, big win for him here tonight. All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
A full-on display of all of his skills. He did everything in this championship-winning performance. He used his wrestling. He used his elbows. He used his pace and pressure to really wear down his opponent so that he can get his hand raised.
Bruce Buffer has your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliotta has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 23 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Diaz!
I can't think of anything better.
I mean, there's nothing like it. You know, you don't even hear the one that lands